Thanks for coming to dance with me. I'm Laura, and today we're going to be covering 5 things that will make your swing out better. Follow edition. Is your calling card. It's one of the most important things you do as a Lindy Hopper, and some argue that it is the basic of Lindy Hop. There's so many times when I'm judging a competition and I see people doing all of these really crazy, intricate spins and flips and redirections and things like that, but then they get down to a swing out and it just doesn't look like they're as familiar with Lindy Hop. And so this fundamental of what our dance is hasn't been given enough attention. Now this is the issue about critiquing your swing out and giving you specific things to change about it. The swing outs are very personal. Lindy Hop is very personal. We want you to hear the music, internalize it, and put yourself out on the dance floor. I don't want you to look like me, but these are a few consistent things we notice that will make your swing out a little bit easier and look a little bit more experienced. Try them on, and if you don't like it, leave it. Big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you want to help them make videos like this free for everyone in the world, the link is in the description. To start, let's check out the good swing out. Brooks and I are doing our best to do the best swing out for you, so if you don't like what we're doing, this might not be the video for you. These examples, I'm going to contrast what I frequently see versus what I associate with a more experienced swing out. Brooks is just going to be the best darn lead he can be in every single situation. Maybe what he does will change, but that's just because he's compensating for me. What I try to think about as a follow is basically 4 things. 1, do my rhythm as well as I possibly can. 2, hold my shape so I can feel things and it makes sense to my body. 3, continue my momentum as cleanly, as consistently as possible. And 4, dance. Remember to be a dancer. If you do these 4 things, a lot of the trouble with the swing out will probably clear up. If you want a more in-depth discussion, I have a video on it. So first, let's talk rhythm. It is the most fundamental expression of musicality, and it is the glue that connects me to my leader. In this clip, I'm doing my best to have irregular rhythm. I don't know if you can see it, but Brooks can definitely feel it. Easier said than done, but just value it. Think about it. Think about when your feet are falling. Think about that beat. The more you pay attention to it, the better it will get. Don't be distracted by fanciness. Second most common issue I see are momentum issues. Now, momentum issues show up in a variety of different ways because it's complicated. 2A, continue your momentum, also known as don't stop early. I'm stopping on the triple step instead of continuing through until I'm caught. Brooks is having to compensate by running around me. Check this out in slow motion. You can see step, step, stall, step, step, stall. Check them out side by side. In a quote-unquote good swing out, you can see I'm moving my triple step past Brooks on the 3 and 4 and continuing my momentum away from him as well on that 7 and 8. If you compare the 2 swing outs, look at how much farther I travel in the top swing out. If you're having trouble moving past your leader on that 3 and 4, think about crossing your right foot in front and continuing your triple step sideways. You won't be able to keep on going because your lead will catch you, but you should have the goal of continuing, so then your leader has something to catch. Here's a quick drill that might help. Maintaining a straight line or keeping a consistent direction. So here's another angle of our good swing out. Notice I'm trying to go as straight as possible, both in and out, in spite of the fact that Brooks is right in my way. go straight, and so I'm going to try to take him at his word and go directly in and directly out. Now to contrast, in this example, you can see I'm going around Brooks. See in the swing out on the left how close Brooks and I get when we pass by each other. And the swing out on the right, I step off the line on count 2, and then again on count 5 to get out of Brooks's way. Don't worry about running into your lead. Your lead asks you to go in a straight line, and it's your lead's job to get out of the way. 2C, keep your speed consistent or don't think positionally. Now when I say thinking positionally, I mean trying to hit your positions, trying to get to close position and get to open position instead of continuing through with your momentum and letting the dance happen. If we go back to the good swing out, I'm trying not to speed up or slow down. I'm just trying to maintain consistently until I feel like I'm genuinely caught on the other side. For the endpoints, I'm trying not to push into them to make it larger than it is, and I'm trying not to protect my lead from my weight either. I'm just trying to go until I honestly feel like I'm being caught, and then let it be that. If we compare here, you can see I'm taking a really large 5 to try to get away from my leader as quickly as possible so I can get into our open position. Let's look at them side by side. In the bottom swing out, I'm trying to step past Brooks to get to open position. And the top swing out, my foot is much more underneath me. Another example of positional thinking is trying to get to close position quickly. Here, I'm taking a really large step towards my leader on count 1, and I'm even reaching towards him with my arm, which further accelerates my progression forward. I'm trying to get to close position as quickly as possible. Now, if you compare the two timings side by side, you can see in our quote-unquote good swing out, we're not even connected until after 3. It can be stressful because a lot of the times we're swinging out to fast music, but in order to combat that, you want to think slow thoughts. Plus, it's not our job to get into close position anyway. That's the leader's job. We're just trying to continue through, maintain, and dance. Thing 3, let your shoulders open in open position. Now, lots of people talk about staying square to your partner, but why? It has nothing to do with your momentum. It has nothing to do with the music or dancing or even where the lead is positioning your shape. It seems like an arbitrary shortcut to me. Check out our example swing out. At the end of the swing out, the momentum continues through and I get that kind of open, relaxed look and feel. Ideally, that's what I'm going for. In contrast, I don't allow my momentum to open me up, so I stay much more square to my lead. Let's check them out side by side. In the example above, I'm not trying to hit a pose. My position is a result of my momentum and my shape. As I continue backwards, I run out of room, creating a stretchy feeling in my right arm, so my disconnected left side continues along the line, causing my shoulders to open up. In the example below, as soon as I feel the endpoint beginning, my momentum stalls, and as a result, my shoulders are much more square to my lead. As a result, I feel more tense and I look deferential to my lead, rather than an independent dancer. Relax and continue. Remember, you are a dancer before you're a follow. Number 4, swivel issues. What you want to see is that big open prep, 7 and 8, and then boom, boom on that 1, 2. I love swivels. What I see sometimes is that open up on 7 and 8, and then the follows abandon swivels and go straight on 1, 2 in an attempt to get to close position as quickly as possible. 7 and 8 prep, it's gonna be good. Never mind, I gotta go. Womp womp. Just disappointing, it was gonna be so good. In my years of dancing, I have not yet discovered a lead that has pulled me so hard on one that I haven't been able to get some kind of swivel in. Relax, take your time, and remember, it's not your job to get to close position. Let's check out another swivel issue. Now in this example, I squat down lower every time it's swivel time. Now I think the swivel looks pretty good, but my problem with it is that I don't have a consistent basic. It doesn't seem logical that the music is going to intensify every time it's swivel time. So it's just me trying to do good swivels, separate from the music and separate from what my lead is asking for. If your basic is irregular, it's hard to see if you're changing something on purpose. And that brings us back to tip number 5, rhythm again. Rhythm is more than just stepping on beat. Rhythm is relaxing, being in the pocket, if you will. And rhythm will affect all these other factors. And all these other factors will make it more difficult to keep your rhythm. Think about relaxing and holding a groove in your body that feels like the song you're listening to. Now, of course, rules are made to be broken, and it's possible that you will do one of the things that I tell you not to do, but you will do it so well that you will blow my mind and I will instantly take it back. Go for it. Lindy Hop is beautiful, it is individual, and it is powerful. So don't let any of these tips prevent you from being yourself. Finding yourself and having fun with your partner on the dance floor is the most important thing. Now, when you practice this stuff, might I advise not only doing swing outs. Work in a whole bunch of other kinds of basics, maybe a variation or something like that. Really try to keep it loose because that is what is up on the dance floor. And what are we practicing for? Dancing. But even though you're switching up, keep in mind what your goal is. Always be watching yourself to notice if you're sticking with those goals or if you're allowing yourself to get distracted and fall into old habits. That is one of the most difficult things about changing, is you're abandoning something that works for something that you haven't tried yet and you don't know what it feels like yet. Give it a couple reps. I hope this was helpful. If you like the music, check out the description. If you want merch, t-shirts and prints and stuff like that, check out the description. And 50% of the money that I get from this YouTube channel will go towards organizations that support African diasporic art forms, because Lindy Hop is a Black dance and that is very important to its culture. If you had fun, click like and subscribe, and remember, the best way to learn how to dance is to dance. Swing on out.